drop you in at the start of this next possession in a 3-0 ball game. Now ETN to start the drive. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. The numbers on the ground for ETN last week. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This defense for the Dolphins very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. And they'll go again with ETN. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. A quick throw there, going to be batted away. Second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. He'll drop that underneath to ETN. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their... So second quarter, this offense losing and hoping to get the football in the end zone for the first time. On first down, Howell. Got him in. It's Brown.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On first down, right back to ETN. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Straight ahead, ETN. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. Here's Hill on the return. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. So So second quarter, this offense losing and hoping to get the football in the end zone for the first time. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. He is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. This time they'll throw it with Howell. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 49 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw, Howell. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards. Field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
Wentz now on 1st down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wentz. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the third quarter.
Second half starts with a run by Etienne. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
From the 29, Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3.
Another tote for Etienne.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now a run with a fullback Johnson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a sneak. It's Wentz.
And he is going to have a Washington first down. They didn't get a lot, but they do convert on fourth.
They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. Throwing on first is Wentz.
This ball complete to Rager. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Here's second and a yard. Etienne up the middle.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape. We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they're in a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because remember, they're blocking. Quarterback.
Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Wentz.
Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle, but give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz, pass to Brown, he's got it on the crossing route. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. Wentz now on first down. Screenplay, here's Etienne. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Etienne once more. Down right around the 25.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On 3rd down, Robinson. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Running out of the gun with Etienne. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Hauled in over the middle by Rager. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And his kick is indeed good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right even here in the 4th. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. To about the 35, 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Wentz. Over the middle, it's complete. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A handoff for Etienne.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Here's a give to Etienne. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Etienne with it, and he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. On 2nd down, Etienne once more. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power, but not a ton to show for it. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Etienne. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is right there. It's good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Automatic first down.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. And they'll run here with Etienne. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They'll run. It's Etienne. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Travis. Well, they came so close, Charles. They were knocking on the door in a 1-possession game, but ultimately the defense held tough to get the victory.
And doesn't it feel like it just leaves them asking what could have been? So many moments when they could have had a big play to change the outcome of this game. And let's face it, none bigger than that final snap that just fell short.
So for the Commanders, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Miami, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try again next week at home against New England.